and gentlemen, this is a story that comes out of Arkansas, holla, arkansas.com. Latino drug fatalities increased more than 50% due to heroin epidemic. Alcohol is the number one drug problem in the US. In fact, about 18% of males over the age of 18 have had 5 or more drinks on one day at least once over the course of the last year. Drinking in moderation is fine, but when it comes down to, when it becomes to the point where you're going overboard with it, then that's when it becomes a problem. And I recently did a video on all of the cirrhosis that's going on, and people between 25 and 34 dying at high rates from liver cancer and liver disease. Sadly, there's another drug problem that is even more deadly, and it is wreaking havoc across small and large communities throughout the United States. According to Greenhouse, there is an often overlooked concern that threatens the lives of Latinos, and these are the Hispanics that are heavily abusing alcohol and drugs in the country. Throughout the country, the Latino population is rapidly growing, but so is the Hispanic addiction rate. They are really on the coattails of the white community right now, as far as alcohol and drug addiction is concerned. A few years ago, the U.S. Center for Disease Control and Prevention estimated that there are roughly 54 million people of Hispanic descent living in the United States, accounted for 17% of the nation's population, the largest ethnic minority in America. As the population continues to grow, there will likely be a significant increase in Hispanic drug and alcohol abuse as well. In fact, Hispanics who do not follow their traditional and cultural customs are actually 13 times more likely to use illegal drugs. And I know in certain parts of Pennsylvania, the Latino deaths in opioids and heroin is outpacing the white community. So, there is a shift. It's kind of counterproductive to have a growing community and at the same time your people are dying in high numbers from drugs. According to the Chicago Sun-Times, Latino drug fatalities increased 52.5% during just a 2-year period from 2014 to 2016. I'm a serious addict, said Julio Cesar Santiago, 44-year-old Hispanic user. Okay, so I'm just going to go down a little. Opioid overdose fatalities among Latinos are surging across the country. Though the overall death toll is higher for whites, it's looking worse and worse for Latinos and non-whites. What we thought initially that was a problem among non-Hispanic whites is not quite accurate, added Robert Anderson, Mortality Statistic Branch Chief at the CDC's National Center for Health Statistics. If you go back into the data, you can see the increases over time in all of these groups, but we intended to focus on the non-Hispanic whites because the rates were so much higher. Additionally, the Los Angeles Times report that a surge in drug-related documentary films is hoping to shine light on the growing epidemic across the country. HBO's documentary, Warning, This Drug May Kill You, Showtime documentary, The Trade, and Matthew Hyman and Elaine McMillan Sheldon's Heroin and recovery boys are showing how heroin and similar drugs are ruining lives and families across the country. It is fascinating to me that these people, whether poppy growers or addicts in Atlanta, or law enforcement in Columbus, Ohio, everyone is trapped in this perpetual cycle of the drug war. And with that comes violence and heartbreak, added Hyman, building walls and treating it as a war. This historical way of tackling the issue has not helped. I wish you would have felt that way during the crack epidemic. You seem to feel that it did help. I think that we as a nation, communities, and individuals need to start thinking about this as a healthcare issue. But isn't that what we've been doing all along? I think that's what we've been doing all along. But as you can see, as the Hispanic population grows, so is the drug addiction within that community that's also growing. And their fatalities right now are going through the roof. And I've seen this in other articles. This is not just the only one. You know, I start seeing the first few articles on all the deaths from heroin and opioids in the Latino community. I think I saw it as early as last year. I start seeing the articles pop up. And this year alone, there have been several articles on the same subject matter because they are literally doubling each year all of the fatalities in that community. But please tell me what you think, ladies and gentlemen. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell. And if you can support my channel, please do. You know, I am looking for more patrons. And, you know, you can come in as a patron as low as $1. Please leave your comment and subscribe, and I will see you on the next video. Peace, family.